Good afternoon, my dear colleagues. This press conference is to assert that Asiwaju Bola Tinubu is the real Mr. SPV and Nigerian artful dodger. My dear colleagues, as we are already aware, the lies, falsehood, and decoys of the All Progressives Congress and its embattled, discredited, and degraded presidential candidate, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, has further come to light. Like the age-long aphorism states, those who dig pits for the innocent always fall into them. This is the case in the vexatious plots by Asiwaju Tinubu to divert attention from its litany of atrocities by seeking to impugn the impeccable character of our presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, with unfounded controversy of corruption. Today, the entire world has seen that the real Mr. SPV, the corruption kingpin, the real artful dodger of Nigeria, is Ahmed Bola Tinubu, the Milocon presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress. Bola Tinubu, sensing that his many corrupt activities, especially his fleecing of Lagos State with many special purpose vehicles, was about to come to light, rushed to hire a serial blackmailer, as he has always done, to foul the public space with fabricated allegations against Atiku Abubakar. However, no matter how much falsehood appears to thrive, the truth will always prevail at the end of the day. Tinubu has not only failed in this mission to tarnish the clean image of Atiku Abubakar, but in the process, he has exposed his own atrocities as the real Mr. SPV. It is now in public space how Bola Tinubu reportedly used one of his many SPV companies, Soft Alliance, to steal a whopping $1 million belonging to Lagos State through an account 0015778102 in a third-generation bank, and how the sum of $826,000 belonging to Lagos State was said to have been moved to Tinubu's domiciliary account in a fourth-generation bank with account number 00366207885 in a 3-day lodgement scheme. It is also in public space how the act of the notorious artful dodger, the money was on February 3, 2015, split and paid in bits and pieces in $30,000, $30,000, $35,000, $30,000 into a domiciliary account 00366207885, reportedly belonging to Bola Tinubu in a first-generation bank. Nigerians are now in the know of how the tranches of $35,000, $71,000, $100,000, $30,000, $200,000, $300,000, $30,000, $70,000, $80,000, $70,000, and $30,000 were reportedly taken by Tinubu from different branches of the said first-generation bank between February 4 to February 5, 2015. Nigerians now know of how Tinubu has been desperately trying to divert attention from his alleged use of Alpha Beta Consulting Limited and Alpha Beta LLP SPV companies he reportedly owned by Prozi to loot 100 billion tax money belonging to Lagos State since 2002. It is now in public domain how Alpha Beta, which has for over 20 years held the exclusive rights to collect taxes in Lagos State in return for a commission under very shady arrangements, through which it reportedly siphoned billions of naira belonging to Lagos State. The public is also now aware of a petition before an anti-corruption agency where Tinubu's SPV company is reported to have used another company which shares same address with Tinubu's office on Idowu Taylor Street in Lagos to launder Lagos State funds. Documents cited in one of the anti-corruption agencies reveals that Tinubu's SPV laundered over 20 billion, averaging $46.5 million US in different currencies to several companies, including payment of $1 billion, meaning $2.3 million US, to a company that is widely known to belong to him. Bola Tinubu should come out clean and speak to these damning money laundering findings against him. He should explain to Nigerians how billions of naira belong to Lagos State and meant for the welfare of the people reportedly found their ways into self-alliance and ended in bits and pieces in foreign currencies into domiciliary accounts allegedly owned by him in commercial banks. We also challenge Asiwaju Tinubu to explain to Nigerians how, as Lagos State Governor, he awarded the exclusive rights of tax collection in Lagos State to his proxy company, Alpha Beta, as well as the allegation that the SPV was used to steal over 100 billion naira belonging to Lagos State. Furthermore, Nigerians are still awaiting the APC presidential candidate explanation for his conviction and criminal forfeiture of $460,000 US in a criminal case of trafficking in narcotics in the United States of America, for which under Section 137, 1, subsection D of the 1999 Constitution as amended, he is not eligible to contest election in Nigeria. Since Asiwaju Tinubu has on his own opened up on the allegations of corruption, our campaign is prepared to help him to fill the gaps that he wants closed. In the days ahead, our campaign will not hesitate to furnish Nigerians with a compendium of corrupt practices, as well as the list of SPVs used by the APC presidential candidate to loot public funds in key government agencies and thereby depriving Nigerians the benefit of their national patrimony. Now that Tinubu's evil diversionary scheme against Atiku Abubakar has failed, and Nigerians have seen that there is no iota of truth in his allegation against Atiku Abubakar, our campaign demands that Tinubu should tender an unreserved apology to Atiku Abubakar. He should listen to himself and the voice within and withdraw from the presidential race. If anyone is to be arrested and disqualified from the presidential race on account of corruption, certainly that person is not Atiku Abubakar, but Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Nevertheless, the Atiku Okowa campaign organization assures Nigerians that we will not be distracted in this task of rescuing our nation from misrule, but we will continue to rally with Nigerians in our collective desire to restore our nation to the path of purposeful leadership and prosperity for all.
The accusations laid against your principal by one Michael Achimugu. Yes, you called him a serial blackmailer, but that voice note, are you denying that that is not the voice of Atiku Abubakar in that voice recording that has circulated all on social media?
Because we reference documents and issues that are in public space. And I'm sure you are aware that this matter that is the subject of discussion went to the courts. So it does not require us to go to the courts. It requires the respective agencies that has right over investigation corruption and before whom these matters have been brought to decide to take action or non-action against them. But what we are saying is that these matters are in public space. So having said that, on the allegation of Achimugu, I am surprised that in this age and time, when we have been shown money, piece of paper, speaking, when people stimulate messages, and at the end of the day, perhaps even the person that they are talking about make those comments are not even there, that people will be relying on unsubstantiated issues. And mind you, even if you listen to that discussion, to the so-said discussion, without submitting to your assertion, you will discover that it goes to know even the issue in contention, go to no issue. Because even in that conversation that is being alleged, it is clearly stated in that conversation that the matter was thoroughly investigated. So how do you turn around at the end and say that, oh, you have a matter you are going to court. And mind you, when you even look at the character that is speaking of going to court, is it today that he's been attempting to bamboozle his way in the judiciary? Has he succeeded? So they should not treat Nigerians as people who forget their yesterday. They should not treat Nigerians as people who can be bamboozled at their will. So, because at the end of the day, Nigerians can think, they can reason, they can come to terms, they can agree, they know what to do. Somebody who, even when the same Asiwaju was being accused of certificate forgery, led the battle. He claimed to be leading the battle that will ensure that Asiwaju went to jail. Today, he's saying another thing. And you think Nigerians will take him serious? You think people will believe him? This is a wholesome distraction. For us in the Atiku Okuwa campaign, we cannot be distracted. We have a task, we have a responsibility of rescuing our nation from this pang of hunger, of rescuing our nation from a situation in which our children stay at home instead of being in school, from rescuing the situation in which for almost 7 years, Nigerians have suffered misrule. That is our responsibility. That is our task. We want to take our people, Nigerians out there, back to the path of prosperity. And that's the challenge.
So you're saying that is not the voice of Atiku Abubakar?
I have said, I have told you clearly, Amaka, that what happened, I gave you 2 instances. I said currently, given the trend of technology, that even voices can be stimulated. But let's even assume, without conceding to you, let us assume without conceding to you, that appears to be a voice. The issue there has been trashed. It goes to no issue. Because even in the conversation that is reference point, it was clearly stated that the matter was thoroughly investigated. So it's got to no issue. It's just an approach to distract our campaign, and we aren't going to be distracted. Thank you.
So
the issues.
The space of time. Can you let us know the space of time to which you want the apology?
Issues are before the campaign, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it must be the campaign that will go to court. Ordinary Nigerians out there have a right to go to court. Do you think that as a Nigerian, even you that's asking the question, do you want to be governed by a president who can be subject of embarrassing arrest within the international confines? You wish that? You want to have a president who has been convicted, who has been sentenced for forfeiting money, $460,000 to the United States of America authorities. And the man is keeping quiet, and his spokesperson came up and said it was a tax. You think that is the wish of Nigerians?